Hello, fellow goblins. My name is Dariens, and I'm here to tell you stories. Goblin Gold Making Stories. These stories are my personal adventures, or misadventures, in making gold, and I am just telling it how it is. Episode 6 Bonum, Malus, you decide. I bought the Long Boy one day ago, and today I just tanked the uncanny market. But, hear me out. The mindset to tank the market started a week ago. I messaged one of my competitors. The reason why, well, let me set the stage a little bit before I get into why I messaged this dude or do that. I started making gold doing the Super Bracer Shuffle. In particular, I do not know if Samadan, a YouTube and Twitch content creator, created or popularized the method, but that is definitely what I was going by. His explanation was key into my gold making adventures, and that is how I went from 50,000 gold to 3 million gold in the span of a few months. During this time, I became quite accustomed to pretty stacking. Oh, I forgot to say, this started April of 2019, before the auction house revamp. Anyways, with pretty stacking, I did not really have to compete with undercutting per se. I just had to have the best pretty stack of 5, 10, 20, 50, or 100 veil crystals, because that was primarily how I made that gold, and then just be the best price. I had little competition undercutting doing the pre-stacking method of that for said veil crystals. I did that for about 4 months and earned my 3 million gold, and that's how I truly got started with gold making. And of course, listening to you guys' advice. So to summarize, I was justly not used to undercutting in the traditional sense I think of it. And when challenged with this method of making gold, let's just say it frustrated me. But on with the story. So I messaged one of my biggest competitors in the uncanny market. The first week I was mostly unchallenged in selling my uncanny wares with a blip on the radar here or there. But then came him. Or her. They would literally undercut me every 30 seconds. Oh my God. How frustrated and angry I was that they would impose on my reign. This started 1 week after patch 8.3 dropped and continued onward, and hence my rage increased. I found out very quickly that I am not one to undercut back every 30 seconds like they would. So I found my pace, learning that I could still make gold undercutting every 15 to 30 minutes. It was certainly less gold that I had made, being mainly the sole purveyor of uncanny gear, but I was still satisfied with that for a while. This did not last. With my disgruntlement led to restlessness, and then agitation, and then straight up fury, as in, how could they dare undercut me every 30 seconds? But let's get on the same page here. I don't have a problem with undercutting. I do it as well, obviously, but damn, every 30 seconds seems unreal. And mind you, I work part-time, so I have a lot of time to play me some WoW. And they clearly have more time, because every time, every minute, every second I came to the auction house, I would see their name undercutting me to oblivion. So I decided to message them. At first it started out with a plea. Hey dude, can we agree to undercut every 20 minutes or so? From my memory, that's how the conversation went. They then explained to me that there were 3 or 4 other competitors also undercutting us as well, which I was very well aware of. But the thing is, I was focused on him. Seriously, they were doing it literally every 30 seconds and I was fed up with it. Mind you, again, I'm coming from virtually no competition in the undercutting scene to major frustration undercutting just one major competitor. But he was fibbing a bit, because I would undercut just to see how often the other competitors were undercutting compared to him. It was not nearly as often. We conversated for a bit, and my plea for clemency in the undercutting game turned to a threat. I said, dude, I got 6 million gold, and I was willing to tank the market until I ran out of gold just to spite him. He was calm and collected when he stated again that it was not only him, clearly lies, but other people that were forcing him to undercut me so viciously. 2 minutes later, I admitted to him I had no intention of spending my $3.4 million hard-earned gold. Yeah, I fibbed a little bit, but to tank the market, I was on a mission to get my loan boy. We conversated further about the ethics of undercutting and talked at length for maybe 20 minutes. Guess I like talking to people. And then we parted ways. Let's fast forward to today, literally 10 minutes ago. I have begun selling off my excess wares, getting very uninterested with crafting as it is. For the way I do it is quite tedious and majorly time consuming, doing the super bracer shuffle. It takes a very long time to get it done. I do thousands and thousands at a time. So I want to exit the market. I sold all of my tie spray linen. Took like 5 minutes to sell 100,000 of them. Put up for sale all my other wares that contribute to the bracer shuffle to the tune of about 250,000 items-ish. Then I got to the uncanny gear. Man, I started to dump that as well. There are 33 individual pieces of uncanny gear, and I have about 2 of each, so about 50 items I have total. On my server, they sell from 3,000 gold to 10,000 gold, and I was dumping them for, at first, about 2,500 gold. I waited 5 minutes, no sales. Oh my God, I can be so impatient sometimes. And as a particular character from Sailor Moon says, impatience can be a sign of weakness. So clearly, I dropped the price to 2,000 gold. Waited a bit more and dropped it again to 1,500 gold. Now remember, I want to dump it and make most of my crafted cost back as soon as possible. But then I got to thinking, I'm doing this in the middle of the night at 11:30 p.m. server time. Knowing how my server behaves, this will easily, I could be wrong, but easily tank the market. I pondered this. Knowing leaving it at that price overnight will result in one of two things. It will sell quickly because people want to keep the prices high and flip it. I know I'm impatient and the market will be fine. Or it will stay that way and people will undercut that as well. Hell, enchants already on my server sell for 100 gold profit when you add up how much are the crafting materials. You make literally most of the time 100 gold on an enchant. Hence why I want to leave that market for sure. I have touched on this topic before in my Goblin story times. And once again I ask you, my beloved readers, are ethics at question here? Shall I wait until morning to give the unscrupulous undercutters a chance to buy me out and maintain the market? This reminds me of a quote from a famous physicist, Oppenheimer. Have I become death, the destroyer of auction house markets? I suppose in your time as a gold-making goblin, you have thought that at one time or another. Time will tell if I truly set the bomb off in this market. Moral of the story? Each choice you make has its costs and consequences. Hopefully that choice does not cost you too much time. Why? Because time obviously is money, friend. Good luck.